Today's question reads, sometimes I feel like my husband wants me more than I want him. I love him so much, so what is the problem? That's a good one. I guess that's on two levels. I'm going to take it as I don't have the specifics for what the desire is. So let's just talk about love first. I think that the media has made us think that when we're in love, we're passionately in love with someone 24/7, every day of the week, of the month, of the day, of the year. And that's simply not true. Love has its ebbs and its flows depending on things that are going on in our lives. That doesn't mean we've stopped loving a person. It just means that on that day, that specific day, something else is demanding more of your attention. Depending on so many factors in our lives, physiological, spiritual, emotional, and natural, things pull at our love deposit. I always like to say that love is like a bank. And we put in, and we also take out and we give to others. And sometimes we get to a place where we are depleted, depending on the demand that's being placed on us at that moment. So don't feel bad about it. You know that you love your husband, and I'm sure that he knows that you love him as well, as long as you're telling him that and showing him in ways that back that up. It's very important to know that depending on the stresses of life, depending on the demands that are being made on you from other sources, whether that be work, children, finances, whatever it is, those things can really wear on you and not put you in such a romantic mood all of the time. That has to be understood on both sides of the equation. The same thing is going on with your husband. He just might not be vocalizing it. So love does ebb and flow. If this is a sexual issue, then again, stress could be involved. Offense could be there, depending on if something has happened between the two of you that you don't feel has been resolved and you're harboring something in your heart, or he's doing things that you don't respect. Respect can affect a woman's desire for her man in huge ways. So you have to actually stop and think, what's pulling at me? What's demanding my attention? What's interrupting my love flow to my husband? In the scheme of love, usually one person does feel more for a person at a time, and then it shifts. So that's a natural, normal thing as well. And I believe that God does that to create balance in our relationships, or allows it, I should say. So I would say, unless there is a desert period in your heart where you just look at your husband and you don't like him and you don't love him and you feel no desire for him, and it stretches out for a long period of time, then I would be concerned. Then I would seek counsel and find out what's really at the root of that lack of desire. You know, grandmothers used to tell their daughters back in the day, you should always go for a man who loves you more, then you'd never be hurt. But I believe that love is something that should be equally reciprocal, 100%. So let us work on that equation of giving ourselves completely, knowing at times we're not going to feel so romantic, not feel so passionate, and that's okay. It's normal. It's an ebb and flow. So don't let it scare you. Just ride it out and just know that true love remains committed to its commitment, regardless of the emotional feelings involved. Hey, if I've managed to bless you today, why not subscribe and share this with someone else? Someone else needs to be blessed. Don't forget to follow me on my other platforms as well, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. See you there.